Do you remember the Dyson DC49, the innocent looking cylinder with a digital motor inside of it that I gave to my parents? Well, my mum didn't like it and it's come back. And today we're going to have a look at how it fared. I mean, it was there a good couple of months. I was very slow doing the videos, so that made it seem like not a lot, but it's had about a year. And yeah, they just don't get on with it. Let's work out what they didn't like about it, what they did like about it, and if I've actually got to clean it up much at all, or if we can just empty it, airline it out, and chuck it on Facebook. Let's have a look. Yes, hello, my dastardly Dyson chums. How are you today? Yeah, it's all here. It all came out of the cupboard. And, I wasn't like that when we left it. Oh, look at that. Abuse. Yeah, so that's seen quite a bit of abuse. We're going to have to take care of that. Here is the hose. Barbie, very short. There wasn't much complaints about that, I don't think. And then the turbo head, which, oh yeah, no, look, they've used that. Oh, so I do have a fair bit of cleaning up to do on it, but nothing that's too bad, I don't think. Yeah, it has been used. Let's take the bin off, which is actually full and needs emptying. And I think the reason they just didn't get on with it is because you have to be quite, they don't have to be very precise at all, but they're a bit old. And I think, you know, all the little fiddling of all of the stuff, they just didn't quite get on with it. I mean, they've got the Cibo K1 now, and it, by all accounts, is doing much better. Look, it's been run up the walls, and God, they've used it like a vacuum cleaner. How dare they? Right, let's get this emptied out and airlined out, and then I'll work through all of the tools, and we'll give this a bit of maintenance and check the filter because I need a pair of pliers. It's done a Dyson even with limited use. No DIY work at all. Yeah, look at that. And I've also found out why they didn't get on with it so flipping well in the first place. Notice how that lever is missing the middle one. I think I messed up when I refurbished it. This isn't being, it's loose. It should be sprung by the notorious spring clip in there. Oh no. So that means that I do have to take all of this apart, which is a pain in the bum, but must be done if I want to sell it. Otherwise it won't be worth anything. We can, oh the heck, we can take the star out of the floor head. Oh my goodness. Problem is it just hasn't had the maintenance that it needed. I don't blame myself, I blame them. Ow, there we go. And yeah, this is just of the era. Maybe this is how far we've come. Maybe this doesn't happen with the sharks, and the fact that everything seems to have some copycat of anti-brush roll technology on it. Yeah, you probably don't need to worry about this much nowadays. But back in these Victorian era Dysons, it was a huge pain. However, you can get to the clear plastic window on the floor head, which is one up from the current generation. So this shouldn't take too long to clean up. Here we go then. Yeah, it's quite dirty inside. A lot of it has sort of knocked off now, but we find ourselves at the layer that we need to be in. Yeah, I haven't done that very well at all, and I don't quite, I'll not be able to show it on camera. Right, it's jammed. Oh no, that's jammed in there. Oh no, it wasn't knackered. Yeah, so somehow I haven't done that correctly. Now the pin end is fine because it goes into the channel, which my camera will never focus on. So it's something to do with how I put it in here, and probably you've got to start it and then sort of rotate it the way that you need it to go, and yeah, very fiddly. But we should get there in a second. And just like that, well, I should have just checked in the first place. All those months ago is done. Oh, sorry, Mum. I don't think they'd have liked it anyway, even though now it does empty as nature intended, like so. Because, yeah, It was just too small, I think. Plus, they like bags. It's weird. I'm not going to knock it. Maybe that's where I get it from. But yeah, they prefer a bagged machine. And yeah, everything else was just quite flimsy on this. Oh, what's not flimsy is that, luckily, because I was turning it the wrong way, the post motor filter is still spotless because it's not really been abused, and there's no carbon dust either, because yeah, digital motor means that there's no carbon dust because there's no carbon brushes. All we got to do is give this a full restoration, just about like so. We can pop the washed filter. I did get the filter a quick wash, knowing that obviously this was going to happen. Oh, I should probably give in there a bit of a wipe down as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame these. I like it a lot. I think it's the perfect little size of Dyson for tiny little places. If we plug it in, probably should have done that first. Wouldn't it be funny if it doesn't work and they haven't told me? Yeah. Oh, now there's something wrong with the flipping brush roll as well. What have I messed up there? There we go, she's working perfectly once more. And I think that's almost part of the problem with it. I don't know if you noticed, but the forehead is now spinning really, really well. Problem is, this machine doesn't actually generate that much airflow. So the brushes aren't spinning anywhere near the speed that, you know, they spun on the recent DC19 T2 video, despite being exactly the same forehead. It's just because, as nice as it is, you know, as cool as it sounds, and as much airflow as it does produce, it's fixed, unlike a brush motor that I guess, you know, ups and downs itself depending on the load put on it. This is just, it just spins at its predetermined spinny setting, and that's it. And the DC47 that we had from Canada with the brush motor was just a lot more powerful in that regard, which is a shame because this is probably going to be quite a rare Dyson cylinder, being a digital motor, but I haven't really got the space for it. It probably needs to go, but at least we've had a crack at it. You know, we gave the old Ma a bash on it. She didn't like it. You know, on paper it ticks all the boxes, but in person, yeah, you just can't. What the heck? This wheel, the wheel's bent up as well. Oh my goodness, we are finding stuff to go through. Hang on. Wheel fixed highlights just how flimsy and finicky this era of Dyson is. It's a shame really, on paper they're actually really quite nice, but you know, as soon as you get hold of one and notice that the plastic joint is wobblier than your ex on a night out, yeah, I don't really like them, but I don't hate them either. I am glad that they existed. This one though will probably go and exist somewhere else, and we can tick the box and say that, yeah, we've had a couple of these digital Dysons now, couple from other people's, some of my own. And considering that we bought this from eBay originally for, I think, £20, as it was, with no tools, which I've cobbled together from the garbage that I keep around the house, I can say we've done well, and it's time to end the chapter. So if you ever had a Dyson DC49, do let me know down below and what you thought about it. But for us and this Dyson DC49, it's time to say goodbye. And thank you very much for watching.